Welcome to my show, Regular Joe and Coda the dog. But I we didn't plan on starting any podcasting soon. Another week or so. I was working on something else. When I'm not even sure if this is set up correctly. The microphone's off, color's off. But I was so angry with what transpired today in the murder of Charlie Kirk, a man who I've never seen. I've watched him many times in university campuses, talking to people, debating people the correct way, without violence, without name calling. He never called anybody a name. He never attacked anybody. But he was constantly attacked, called names, and he just took it and smiled. The media. I hold the media entirely responsible for this murder, for this assassination. When you tell your stupid, ignorant, progressive jerk-offs with this madness that they're Hitler and Nazis, and you don't think something's going to happen, you're souping up your stupid, knuckle-dragging, troglodyte followers into thinking Charlie Kirk is a Nazi. Donald Trump is a Nazi. You're too stupid, too ignorant, too moronic. I can't even think of the right word to use. To think that 80% of the population who voted for Trump, who see through your liberal, progressive lies, and you still think calling everybody a Nazi and getting everyone souped up is going to change people your direction. You mark my words. This is the end of the Democratic Party for the next 20 years. You think Gavin Newsom is your way out? Ooh, that pathetic piece of garbage. Oh, that pathetic piece of garbage. And who is this? Who is this turd? This returd mayor of Chicago. Oh, my God. I want to get my hands on these people. Is this the start of a civil war? Is this the start of a civil war? If it is, I'm on the front line. If you got blue hair, we got ourselves a problem. Metaphorically speaking. The progressive madness in this country is beyond the pale. You had a lady talking about, I think it was D.C. or Chicago. I think it was Chicago. A white lady. Of course, it's always overeducated, high-caloried white women. But you had this one lady who said she got her arm broke while she was being dragged out of her car during a carjacking. And she said that she would rather have her arm broke again and go through a carjacking than to have Trump go in and try to make everybody safe. The derangement. There has to be a war. There has to be. We have to push these people aside. We have to squash them into non-existence. We got to do something. This is outrageous. And taking Charlie Kirk from us. Charlie Kirk. I watched many debates that he's had on these colleges, campuses, and never have I heard him hurl an insult. He's always been cordial. You call him names, he just puts the mic down, looks around, takes a swig of water. The left is the party of murder. I keep hearing about all this right-wing violence, the right-wing violence. All I'm seeing is transsexuals, blue hairs, killing CEOs, shooting Republicans on baseball fields, trying to assassinate the president, and now taking out Charlie Kirk. When have we had enough? When have we had enough? Have you had enough yet? Have you had enough yet? I have. I've had all I could stand. I am unprepared for. I was at work. I work full time. I work 2 jobs, actually. This is my 3rd job. I was actually going to come out. I have a thing I was going to do on Sharia law, and it's taking over blue cities. And I do not want to live in England. This needs to be nipped in the bud. Like I said, I have barely half my stuff set up. The lighting is awful. The volume, the microphone's probably not set up correctly. I'm not ready yet. I'm still working through the process. But this hurt me. I was at lunch at work. I was watching the quartering, and I could hear the pain in his voice. I sat disbelieving. He too didn't want it to be true. I am angry. I'm done. I am done. I'm done with the homeless epidemic. I'm done with these homeless people stabbing people, these beautiful young women on a train, setting them on fire. Thank you, you frickin' illegal immigrant. I know the guy who stabbed the Ukrainian woman was an illegal immigrant, but he's been arrested 14 times. I keep hearing about all this violence is in red states. No, it's in blue cities in red states. Blue cities is where all the violence happens. The sanctuary cities. There's no red sanctuary city. It's all blue and disgusting. Blue used to be my favorite color. It is no longer my favorite color. I will never buy anything blue again. I am out. What makes this even more awful for me, because I'm conflicted about this day, September 10th. It's my daughter's birthday. She's 32 years old. I was happy, sent her a text message with a cute little gif of Carlton doing the Carlton dance. And then I hear about this. Charlie Kirk is 1 year younger than my daughter. My daughter's 32. He got assassinated at 31. Never had a chance to meet him. Always wanted to. I admired him. I admired him because of his coolness under pressure. He never took anything personal. If you go back and you watch his debates that he's had in the colleges, you hear him all the time. Oh, you got an evil smile. Your hair is stupid. Duh, 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 duh. You argue with facts, and that ain't right. You just want to start beating the hell out of people. When are we going to have busloads of true Americans to show up at these Antifa gatherings? When are we going to have busloads of true Americans show up at these stupid ass demonstrations? Like the ones in Chicago. If you look at a picture of a demonstration in Chicago, do you see any black people? No. What do you see? I see a lot of middle-aged, high-calorie, fat women. I guess high-calorie fat women, and I love saying high-calorie. That's from the black conservative perspective. I watch his YouTube channel, Quartering. Watch the Quartering, the liberal hive mind. I could hear the pain in his voice too. My thoughts and prayers go out to them. My thoughts and prayers go out to Charlie Kirk's family. Anybody who loved and respected him, my heart goes out to you. For those of you who wish violence upon us. A civil war is coming. You are less than 20% of the population. How well do you think you're going to fare in a civil war? This war will be done quick. And believe me, we'll change these blue cities red. I mean, politically red. I've had enough. I've had enough of the problems that these liberals create. Blame us for, but they create them. I am deeply saddened. Deeply, deeply saddened. Like I said, I wasn't prepared for this. I don't have anything written. I'm just angry. I'm angry and I just have to speak out. And now that I have a means to speak out, by God, I'm going to. I didn't really want to be too political in my show, but I feel it has to now. I was going to touch on politics, but not focus on it. Talk about other stuff. But not now. Not now. Not now. That's over with. Now I'm angry. I have a microphone. I want heads to roll for this. Like I said, my prayers and thoughts go out to the family of Charlie Kirk. A beautiful wife, 2 beautiful daughters. Too young to lose a father. A good man. A Christian. That's another thing. Nobody cares that Christians are getting murdered by the bushels. Christians being shot up by transvestites here in America. Overseas, in the other parts of the world, Christians are being slaughtered. I heard it mentioned we need another crusade. I'm 56. I'm too old to be running around the woods with guns. This is my front line right here. I'll keep you posted about what's going on. I'll let you know which way to look, who to point a finger at. Point a finger at MSNBC. Point a finger at CNN. Disgusting. Was it the MSNBC? One of the MSNBC reporters said, well, hold on. We don't know who killed Charlie Kirk. It could have been one of his rowdy MAGA friends shooting off a gun in celebration. If I was there, I would have punched that guy right in the mouth. Why there are busloads of people picketing MSNBC, sealing the door shut. We have to fight. We can't lay down any longer. No more. We can't lay down. We can't let them get away with this. We're not paid. Most of these protesters are paid. That's what I was getting at. Like I said, I don't have a script. I'm just going off my anger right now. So I might jump around a little bit, and I apologize. But I'm a normal human being who sees the unjustness in a group of people, mostly overeducated, high-calorie white women. That's all you see in these demonstrations. When reporters went around to talk to black people in Chicago, it's like, Trump, bring them. Bring the National Guard. Bring them. But not these white people who travel around from demonstration to demonstration getting paid. Some getting paid $25 an hour. Some people getting paid $1,500 a day. Some people getting paid $2,000 a day to be there. Those are their professional demonstrators. We need to put an end to that. We need to put an end to that. I don't know how. Where's our Republicans with deep pockets willing to pay to have people take time off of work? Because mostly Republicans work. Conservatives are working. I was working today. I worked 2 jobs, now 3. I don't have time to go and protest, but I will make time now. I'll definitely make time now. I'm in the wrong part of the country, though. Well, actually, I'm in the right part of the country. I'm on the left coast. There'll be plenty of times for me to shake a fist at people, tell them what I really think of them, base myself, bring myself down to their level. If they punch low, you punch high. Bullshit. Punch them right in the mouth. Metaphorically. Metaphorically. I don't want to get in trouble. Metaphorically. With hyperbole. With words. Charlie Kirk be knocking mofos out with his words. Charlie Kirk. Never heard him say a disparaging thing about anybody. Yet you watch his videos and you will see people come unglued and call him names, and they're shaking. They're so angry, but they don't know what they're angry about. They're like 18 years old and think they know everything because these professors in these colleges, this is another thing that needs to be done. These colleges need to be cleaned out of these left-wing, progressive wingnut troglodytes, knuckle draggers, mouth breathers. They're not intelligent. My dog's looking at me. She's worried. I came straight home, gave her a little bit of a hug, and I go, Daddy's got to get to work. Daddy's working. I usually spend a time like about 45 minutes or an hour playing with her every day. But today, it's different. I'll make it up to her later. She's a sweetheart. Again, the founder of Turning Point USA, 31 years old, smart as a tack, sharp as a tack, smart as all get out, funny at times, never took anything personal, was shot and assassinated. Shot and killed, assassinated. And we know who did it. Don't let these reporters say, oh, we don't know. Could have been a Trump supporter. You're out of your flipping mind if you think it was a Trump supporter. Let me get you within arm's reach, you pencil neck geek. I'm probably going to get in trouble for this. This is my first video. But I'm angry. I am so angry. So I'm sorry. My shows hopefully will be better, more polished. But I had to say something. I had to say something. I've been angry at work all day. Just thinking about it. Getting madder by the minute that this was allowed to happen. The progressive media stoking the flames of racism. Remember 30 years ago? There was a top 10 things you worry about. Race wasn't even in the top 10. Now, race is like the number one thing people are worried about. Why? Nothing's changed between now and 30 years ago. It's the press. It's the communist handbook, the Marxist handbook. Use race to keep people separated and at each other's throats. If you keep them occupied at each other's throats, we as a government can do what we want. We can take their rights away. All right. That's it for me. This is my first show. It's the worst one. It's under horrible conditions. Thank you for listening to me vent. Please tell me what you think in the comments. Please, if I'm way off base, if I'm right, just let me know. Please subscribe. It can only get better from here. We'll talk about good things. We'll talk about good things that happen. But I just had to come on and express my deep disappointment and anger. So, thanks, guys. Thanks for putting up with me, and please tune in again when I get my stuff together here. Again, my heart goes out to Charlie Kirk and his family. Rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace.